Oh my gosh, kiddos. While y'all were at specials, my grandma, who's in a nursing home, texted me, and she needs me to paint her a picture. But I brought all this stuff from the art room, and I don't know what to do with it. I need you to help me. So I want one table at a time to come to the floor. Let's start with Cutter's table. Y'all push your desk up. Y'all come to the floor with me. Come to your road spot. Yes, sit down. Okay, Cannon's table. Quietly and quickly push your chairs up. Come to the road. Liam's table. Quietly and quickly push your chairs up. Kristen's table. Gabriel. Zariah's table. Quietly and quickly. Does anyone else have a grandma that's in a nursing home? Yeah? So a lot of us do. Have any of you ever painted a picture for your grandma? No?
Yes.
Well, I have one.
No, I haven't.
Can you get a grandma? So I'm going to paint her a sunset because she loves sunsets, but I don't know how to get this right. I got some reds and oranges and blues, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. Abby, what should I do? Yeah, I'm going to paint the sunset. Can you grab a light piece of paper?
At first you put all these in there.
So I need some yellow. Okay.
I can't see.
No. It's okay. So, Mackenzie, what do you think I should do? I have one yellow. Should I get another color? Should I do oranges like in one spot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't think you should do this kind of orange because it's like.
So don't do that bright orange because it doesn't look like it. Okay. But what about red? Yeah. For like the dark sun.
Yeah, you make it round. You make it round instead of the.
So am I kind of going in order, like from lightest to darkest?
It looks like ketchup.
What about my blue? Okay.
I like the ocean dark.
So put it here.
Yeah, it looks like ketchup.
So that's like the sky.
Yeah. And then that one after, then like after that one you do that, and then you. What about that dark blue? Dark one, and then dark blue can be the sky. Yeah.
The dark color. But the sky's really big, so don't you think I might need another one? Another blue?
I think you should do that.
Yeah. What about the sun? Should it be like more this color or that color? The lighter orange?
No, I think it should be
That's
the dark
dark
one. The darker
So
one.
Hannon thinks I should do the darker
I
one.
think you should do the yellow and then put like a little coat of the darker one.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So then I'm gonna do
think the
two of
orange
these.
one.
So which brush? Should I use this brush? Should I use that one?
That one.
The
That one.
sponge?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, let's do that. That one's better.
So I'm gonna start with the lighter one.
Yeah.
And then do the darker one.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all sit on your bottoms. That way the people behind you can see. That is.
And then do the darker one on top of
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Can someone hand me a different sponge brush? Thank you, JJ.
She said sit on your bottom.
Yes, please.
So should I start with the dark or the light blue from the top? The light blue? Okay.
Dark.
Thank you, JJ.
You do a light blue first and then put the dark one at the bottom because for like the ocean. No, for kind of like grass. Yeah. No, like grass be blue. That should be the ocean. No, it could be like a colorful sunset. Miss Shaylee, that could be like the ocean behind it.
Since we're doing this, I just remembered something. to teach y'all about the math lesson. This isn't just about my grandma. Can y'all go back to your rest spots instead of just doing this? We'll finish this later, okay? Can y'all scoot back a little
It can
bit?
dry. This is dry.
Y'all let Miss D through.
Miss Shaylee, that could be the ocean now.
It could be the ocean.
Yeah. What is that?
Okay, I need everybody to look at this smart board. Make sure you're on your bottoms in the best listening position. Thank you. Good job.
So I'm gonna get this out of the way. Thank y'all for helping me. Give yourself a little pat on the back.
I bet your grandma's gonna love that, Miss Daly.
I bet she is too. I call her my mammy, and she loves to garden. So it's my dad's mom. That's who we're painting for, and I can tell her that y'all help me with this. Yes, Victoria, I'm listening.
If you had wings, you could make little flowers that you gardening.
Huh?
You can make if you had wings, you could make little flowers.
If I agree, I can make little flowers down here. Yeah, that's a good idea. So someone look up here and tell me, what does this say? Arrays! And what does it say underneath it, that big word? Multiplication. So, we have kind of been learning about that stuff this week. Like, what was this that we did? Yes, and then what did y'all do yesterday? And what was that fun game that we played with the number lines? So, what we're going to do today, you're going to learn what an array is, how we use them in real life, and how to create arrays using different materials, which is what we have set around the room. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, who wants to read? Abby, read the heading for me.
What is an array?
Okay, June, I want you to read that first little bit.
An array is a set that shows equal amounts of items in groups.
In what?
Rows.
Rows?
And columns.
Columns. So, it's a set that shows equal amounts of items in rows and columns. Okay, let's keep that in our brains. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Mackenzie, read this next heading to me.
Why do you need to know what an array is?
Okay, Catalina, read that first little point.
Because it organizes items and makes counting easier.
But how does making an array in rows and columns make counting easier? Like, how could we use that? Who has an idea? Abby? Yeah, that's like what we did when Miss Dees was writing on the board yesterday. What about this? What about when y'all just helped me paint? And I had all my paint colors, I didn't know what to do with them, and y'all told me how to put them in order. Because now I have how many rows? 1, 2, 3 rows, and 1, 2, 3 columns. So is my paint organized now?
Yes.
Can I just look at it and grab it?
Yeah.
And know what to paint with? Yeah. So who wants to read the second point to us? Victoria.
Because you will have a problem in the
Determine
that multiplication is the solution. Using arrays is a multiplication strategy. Like repeated addition, equal groups, and number.
So, Aiden, next year when you go to 3rd grade and you take that big old test, you're going to have problems on there, word problems, and you're going to have to think, oh my goodness, how can I multiply this? I can use an array. I can put these items into rows and columns to make counting easier for myself. But you know what? You don't just use it in school. You can use it in real life. And we'll talk about some more real life examples. So, quickly read the last point for us, Abby. Arrays in real life, which we're going to talk about. Yes, ma'am.
you put the paint in arrays.
I sure did. Yes, y'all helped me do that. So you've already made one array. So I need someone to read this loud and proud, Madeline.
How do arrays make counting easier?
So how does an array make counting easier, Miss Shirley? You told me that it does, but how does it? So Missy's about to show us on this next slide. You're going to see some craziness. We learned about the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf. Which one is easier to count just by looking at it? The pigs, because they're in rows and columns. So someone
And they
raise their hand and tell me how many we got up there. Victoria.
6,
6.
9.
9. Gabriel's right.
Good
We
job.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9.
We got all these wolves all over the place. So they would need to be. They're not in order. But this is. So an array is an organization strategy too, because you're sorting
Yeah,
and
like the
grouping.
wolf goes everywhere and the 3 little pigs stay together.
Right. So how can you use arrays in real life? We're about to find out. Cutter Man, where are you at? I want you to read this one. If
Cutter's wrong.
okay, I have one cutter in this classroom. So Cutter's mom has her plant business, and we can go buy beautiful plants from her. So this could be an example of what Amanda is growing in her garden. So the rows, which you can't see the full picture, but count with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No. That's the rows. Now we're about to do the columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see if it's actually 35. Y'all count with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
So was it actually 35?
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Yes.
7 rows and 5 columns of plants is 35 plants. So that's how Cutter's mom could use it. No, I didn't.
The
see it.
plants
You
were
can't
covering
see
it up.
because of this big one right here. So it's just not showing in the picture. All right, Misty, show us another real life example. So who wants to read this one for me? Aiden, I want you to sit up and read this.
If this girl says you must have 9 different colors of paint for a project, you could sort your paint colors into an array to easily count them.
So, like what we just did, y'all helped me paint for my grandma. So if Miss Carla were to come back, I know she's at the intermediate right now, but if she said, everyone in here is going to draw or paint a picture for their grandma, and you had to have 9 different colors of paint, could you do right there? That right there?
Yeah.
You could do 3 different groups of 3. How many rows do we have?
3.
How many columns do we have? 3. So that's another example of how y'all could use this in your life. And we have one more. So who wants to read that up at the top? I want June to read that.
If you are making salsa, and you need 8 tomatoes, you could use this array to see if you have 8
Enough.
for
So how many rows do I have?
8.
Rows. 2 rows of
8.
4. So this is the row side by side. Liam, this is the column up and down, but there is 8. So if my recipe had 8, I needed 8 tomatoes. Would this be enough? Yes. So that array helped me to see, oh, that's enough tomatoes for my recipe. And you could use that too if you were ever making salsa with your parents or grandparents. So, yes, Mackenzie, tell me which one is the row? Stand up and show me. The row. That's okay. That's why we're reviewing it. So rows are side by side. Say it with me.
Rows are side by side.
Columns are up and down.
Up
Say it with
and
me.
down.
Columns
Columns
are
are up and down.
Thank you, Lynn. So you have to remember that for what we're about to do. So Madeline, which way are rows? Show me with your arms. Rows. Up and down, side by side. Rows. Elijah, which way are columns? Up and down. Ellie, which way are rows? Side by side. Zariah, which way are columns? Which way are columns, June? Which way are rows, Julissa? Rows. Side by side. I'm going to put that up here so that way you remember.
Yeah. Rows are
Which way, Catalina?
side by side.
Which way are columns?
Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. I got a good idea.
What is your good idea?
Rows, you could write rows straight and then columns up and down.
Like ROW and column COLU.
Oh, you're saying write it that way?
Good thought, Mackenzie.
Okay.
Good thought.
All right, Misty, show us what's next, please. So,
Oh.
now we're going to have a really fun part, but I need y'all to make, look at me. I'm glad we're reading it. It says you get to tell me an array you want me to create, and I'll show you what we're going to make it with when y'all make a horseshoe. So I need you to get in a horseshoe shape.
Get in a horseshoe.
No.
Yeah, push your desk. Push your desk. That should be a horseshoe is not like that. No, it has to be a big size. Ellie, let's push your desk. Side by side.
So, I'm going to put this.
5, 4, 3, 2,
And that's good.
1. Gabriel, have a seat. Aiden, have a seat.
Right, Parker, Aiden, sit down. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put the computer right here so it can see what we're doing. Now, give me just a second to get what I'm going to make an array. So do y'all remember on the number line how Miss G's kept saying, do 2 times 3, do
6 times
6 times 3,
13.
4 by 2.
13 times 1.
Yes, that was the hard one that we did. That is what
That's 13. Yeah.
you are going to tell me.
Yeah.
Let me show you an example first. Okay, class.
Yes.
This is how it's going to go. I need everybody's eyes on me.
Yes.
I'm going to show you an example. Then you are going to tell me how to make it. If I think you can handle it at the end, I will let you have a cookie. But for right now, we're using them for something. Capiche? Liam, give me a number. Tell me one number.
Does it have to be 1 digit?
Yes. Oh, sure.
6.
Okay. Ellie, tell me a number.
8.
Oh my gosh.
6 times 8. Oh.
No, that's too big. We're not going to do that one. Give me a number under 5. June.
3. I was gonna guess that.
That'll work. So 6 times 3. Which one am I going to use for the rows?
3. 6.
It's always rows by columns. No, Liam, which way does rows go? Up and down or side by side? Side by side. So I'm going to have 1, 2, count with me.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So that's my 6 rows. How many columns?
3.
1,
2, 3.
So now I'm going to fill it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But is my 3rd column done? Is it
No.
complete? No, so I'm going to complete it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We can smell the cookies already.
So, is this, Gabriel, is this correct?
Yes.
How many rows do I have?
3.
I have 3 rows. What does this word right here say? Columns. Columns are up and down. So I have 1, 2, 3 columns. Soraya, how many rows do I have? 6. So it goes side by side. How many times?
6
6 times. Liam, I want you to count for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. Hey, I called on you, and who gave me 6? Liam did. So I need 2 more helpers to give me some numbers. I want them both to be under 5. It can be 5, so 5 or under. Aiden.
5.
5, okay. Johnny, what's your number?
4.
Okay. So 5 times 4. So how many rows do I need?
5.
Okay. How many columns do I need?
4.
So right now I have how many
3.
rows?
3.
How many rows do I have right now?
6.
So how many rows do I take away?
1.
So rows are which direction?
Side.
Taking that whole row out. But I have 4 columns. How many do I have right now? Up and down.
So add 1 to each. Add 1.
So I have 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns.
4.
I have to fill it up.
1 more. 1 more.
So now I have, count with me, 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
5 rows.
5 rows and 4 columns.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns.
Miss Shirley, you forgot to add the one on that.
Oh, I did 4. I didn't do 5. You're exactly right, Abby. Good for you for catching that. Okay, so I need 2 people who have not went to give me 2 numbers under 5. Parker, give me 1 number under 5.
5.
Under 5 this time. Less than 4. Give me 1 number underneath 5. 4 by 4.
4 plus 4.
So,
Take off 1
rows is which way?
Take off 1 row.
Which way does rows go?
side by side.
How many rows do I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So take off 1.
So I can take away 1? Okay.
Again. You need them.
So, do I have 4 rows now?
Yes,
1, 2, 3, 4. How many columns do I have?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So is it right?
Yes,
Let's see how many 4 by 4 makes. So Gabriel, I want everybody to count with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So 4 by 4 is what?
16.
Okay. Very good. So I'm going to change something.
Nice gonna eat our cookies.
It won't. It'll be okay. So this time we're going to find out how many they make. Which? Oh, okay.
Get away from my cookie now.
Get away.
Okay. So let's not worry about the fly. It'll be all right.
Get off the cookies.
I promise.
I say. He's gonna poop on the cookie.
He's gonna poop on our cookie.
Class.
Yes.
I'm sorry it's on the cookies. We won't worry about it. I need your attention. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Because it has.
He's gonna poop on it.
Ellie, how many rows do I have? 4. But Cannon and Madeline, how many columns do I have? 3. So, is our answer still 16?
Yes.
That was 4 by 4. So let's count and see how many 4 times 3 makes. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So Zariah, how many cookies does 4 by 3 make? 4 rows and 3 columns. Very good. So how do we feel about it? Do you feel pretty good about more cookies?
Yes, ma'am.
So Parker's doing this. You did that. What are you still confused about? That's what I want to know. You want to practice some more?
No.
Listen, y'all will eat the cookies, but now is not the time. If we still need to practice, let's do one more.
Yes, ma'am.
So someone who has not went, give me a number. It cannot be 4 and it cannot be 5. So 1, 2, or 3.
No, I haven't.
Victoria.
No, I haven't.
What's your name, Jacob? So this is what our problem is. 3 rows and 4
Columns.
columns. Yes, but is this set up right?
No.
Yes.
I have 4 rows and 3 columns. So what do I need to do?
You need to take the ones from the top and add them to the side.
So I can just do that right there. So now do I have 3 rows?
Yes, ma'am. You need to take those and add them to the side.
Shannon, do I have 4 columns now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I actually take cookies away?
No.
So 4 by 3 and 3 by 4 both equal 12. Very good. So now that y'all have participated, I'm going to let you have a cookie, but we're going to do some more practice.
You will fly and put some extra.
So I need you. Okay, class.
Yes.
I will not give you a cookie if you are not participating and acting the right way. We need to be sitting on our bottoms, crisscross applesauce, hands in our lap. Your eyes need to be on the board because we're about to do more practice before I let you go on your own. You have to know how to do this. So I'm going to move the computer. Catalina, will you pick up that poster board for me? Thank you. And Victoria and Mackenzie, you need to get where you can see, so you can scooch back here. Misty, will you go to the next slide for me?
Okay.
are practicing. Go ahead. Well, Parker, get where you can see. So, y'all are going to read about the lion and the mice. So, and the mouse. I need a volunteer to count how many rows and how many columns the lions are. So, Abby, I'm going to let you start. How many rows of lions do I have?
4.
I have 4 rows. Which way do rows go? 2 rows. How many columns?
2.
2 rows. How many columns? Columns are up and down.
2.
Look, columns are up and down.
These are the rows.
4.
Yes. So we would write it like this. 2 times 4. Okay. Mackenzie, would you like to try to do mice? How many rows of mice do I have? Which way are rows? Side by side.
5.
Okay, how many columns? 4. Okay, let's count and see what that answer is. Parker, I want you on the floor. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
So 5 times 4 equals what?
20.
Okay, I need for everybody to stand up. I don't like some of the things I'm hearing on the rug, so you all need to go back to your rug spot. If you're not in it, then get to it. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I didn't mean in the horseshoe. I mean every day when Miss D tells you to come to the rug.
No. Where do you guys sit on your rug spot?
I sit right here.
No, you don't. Whenever I'm teaching from the smartboard, you do not sit there.
I sit right here.
Hey, Liam, we're not talking
Thank
to
you.
Okay, much better. Now listen to me. Everybody, eyes on me. We need to reset. I don't want to hear you arguing with the person next to you. I need your eyes up here paying attention. Because, Gabriel, if you don't know how to do this with me, you're not going to know how to do it on your own when you go to your groups. Capiche? Okay, Miss Dees, will you go to the next slide? So, we have been learning about what in science? Butterflies and caterpillars. So I'm going to call on Liam. Liam, I want you to tell me how many rows of caterpillars are there? Rows are which direction? Up and down or side by side? Side by side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
How many rows, Liam?
5.
How many columns?
3.
3.
Bailey, can I write on that board or will it change the PowerPoint?
Like this.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll change.
Look, Liam, and that's great. I'm so glad that Miss Shaylee is showing you this way and this way. Also, if you can circle it with your eyes as well. So rows, remember she said goes this way. So if you were to circle, it won't. Okay, well that's not going to work.
But what Miss Dees is saying is you can circle the columns, and that's how you know there's 3, and you can circle the rows, which would help you see that there are 5. So who would like to help with the butterflies? I'm glad that y'all are excited to try. Catalina, tell me how many rows, and before you answer, rows go side by side. So pretend like there's a big circle around that. A big circle, side by side. How many times would I circle?
3.
3. And now how many columns?
5.
y'all count with me. Let's see how many this would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 3 times 6 equals what, Savannah? 18. We just counted it. Alright, Miss D, take us to the next slide. So this one is tricky. Side by side. Someone raise their hand if you want to try to do the puppies. Abby, how many rows do I have? 1 row, and how many columns? Up and down.
0. I mean 1. 1,000.
Okay, 1 row across, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd be 1 times 7. Mackenzie, would you like to try to do the kitties?
Yeah.
Okay, how many rows side by side?
7.
7 rows. How many columns up and down? 1. 7 times 1. So this is 1 row, 7 columns. 7 rows, 1 column.
Oh, that's 7. That's 7, and that this is it's the same because 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it all equals one of the numbers.
Yes, it's the same thing. I did it both ways. I'm glad that you caught on to
It
that.
still
Give yourself a
equals
little
the
pat on the
same
back.
number.
Yes. So, it is your turn. Before I let you go, we're going to practice some more together. So, I'm going to put this over here.
It's just like, it's like this. It's like this.
Okay. You 3 girls, I want you to come back over here. Okay, so who would like to try to build first? Abby, I want you to build me. I'll show you. So how many rows is Abby building?
2.
How many columns?
3.
Which way do rows go?
This way. Side by side.
Yes. It's fun. So start with your rows. I have 1 row, I have 2 rows. Now you need to build columns. 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns.
Scoot
Now
up,
fill
son.
it in.
Scoot up.
So what's the answer to 2 times 3, Liam? We have 2 rows, 3 columns.
6.
Yes. The computer? It's fine. Okay, who else would like to try to build? Yes. Alright. So Abby just did 2 times 3. Catalina, I want you to do this. So how many rows is she building?
3.
How many columns?
3.
So she did 3 rows and she has 1, 2 columns. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mackenzie, would you like to try to build one? So what number should we give Mackenzie? Someone just throw out a
Hard
number.
one. 4.
4.
4 plus 10.
4 times 10.
10.
Let's not do 10. Let's do
9 plus 1.
6. So how many rows?
4. 6. 4. I have 4.
4 rows.
And 6 columns.
from where you're sitting, you did it correctly. So good job. 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns, 6 columns.
Very good. Give her a round of applause. That's good. So I think y'all are getting it. We are about to go to our stations. But first we're going to go over what?
Rules.
Okay, Miss Dees, can you take it to the next slide, please? Thank you. So, Julissa, read number 1 to me.
The noise level is level 2. Table
So, what is the noise level?
top.
Table 2.
Your group only talking to your
So is
group.
Mackenzie in table talk right now? She is. What is this?
Yeah.
We're outside. I don't want to hear any of that. Capiche? Okay. Number 2 says what?
Walking.
So if I see you running from station to station, you just broke the rule. Number 3. So are you going to say Miss Shaylee, Miss Dees, Miss Shaylee, Miss Dees, Miss Shaylee, Miss Dees?
No, ma'am.
What are you going to do if you need help, Candace?
No, sir.
What about number 4? Candace. So, if I'm over at this station, am I going to leave all my stuff there, or am I going to take it with me?
Take it with you. Number 5 is do your best.
Yes. So, I'm going to give y'all your cookie now for participating. I'm giving 1 cookie. You are going to listen to me explain each station to you. Thumbs up?
Yes, ma'am.
So should you be talking while I'm talking?
No, ma'am.
Liam, you're looking at me, not at the computer. Madeline, would you pass me that?
I keep looking at the computer. It's super blurry.
So Madeline is going to pass these out.
Better.
Thank you. So this is the first station. What does this say?
Play-Doh station.
Play-Doh station. That's how it's spelled on the container. So I put instructions here for you. You will need the multiplication cards. What is this, Cannon?
5 times 2.
Well, yes, but it's the cards. And you're going to need the Play-Doh. Use the multiplication cards to show you how many Play-Doh balls to make for each row and each column. So you're going to take this out. You can have one. If you don't want one, that's fine.
Did you get them all? Okay, thank you. Have a seat.
You can give me one.
So Madeline, if you didn't hear, you're going to need these cards right here. And you're going to need the Play-Doh. So this one says 5 times 2. You're going to do 5 groups or rows. So you're going to make balls about this size. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to do 2 columns. 1, 2. This is about how big I want your balls to be. They need to be fairly small. There are several Play-Dohs over there, so you should be able to build every problem in this set. Capiche?
Capiche.
So that's the Play-Doh station. I'm
And
gonna tell you
also,
about the next
please
one.
don't mix the Play-Doh. If you have yellow Play-Doh, keep yellow with yellow. If you have the bright orange, keep bright orange with bright orange.
What does this say at the top?
Do a dot station.
Do a dot station. The instructions say you need a large sheet of paper, a pencil, a do-a-dot marker, and the multiplication cards. So that's several things that you'll need for this station. So Cannon, if you pull this card, it says 3 by 3. You're going to get your paper and you're going to make 3 rows
and 3 columns, just like this. You're also going to write it beneath your duodots. Capiche?
Kaposh.
And there are 6 sections on your paper, so you should have them all filled up before you move on.
And when you're done with that, if the bell rings and you're not finished, it's okay. But we're going to set it on our desk to dry. Remember, normally we would set it over there, but since there's a station, we're not. So when you get done with the duodots, where does the paper go?
On your desk.
On your desk. Good.
Does mean that that does not mean
Correct.
after that.
Okay, don't worry about that. We need to listen to the shape of this.
So this is the baking trays and pom-pom stations. You will need the baking tray, pom-poms, and the multiplication cards. So, June, I'm going to take this card. It says 3 times 2. Then, I will grab my pom-poms, and I'm actually going to make 3 rows and 2 columns. Put them in there, just like that. Now, I want you to clean this up before you go to the next station.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you when you have the thing and you're done with it, do you take the thing that you did already?
Say that again.
You talk about the pom-poms.
I mean, the duodots. Duodots.
No, you do not take your paper. Not on that station. On the duodot station, you take your paper and you put it on your desk. That's the only paper that you'll take with you.
So the station that's in the read to self corner.
Okay, I need everybody's hands and eyes on Miss Shaylee. JJ, that's not the way I want you to sit right now. Hands and eyes on Miss Shaylee. And look at me, Cutter. I didn't teach you to stick your hands out like that. I told you to put your hands together and your cute little eyeballs go back on Miss Shaylee.
This is the connecting cube station. You'll need a whiteboard, an expo marker, an eraser, the connecting cubes, and the multiplication cards. And there's a picture on here, so it says 2 by 4. This is the first one. You're actually going to make 2 rows and 4 columns, and you're going to write the multiplication down underneath the array. If you want to, you can try repeated addition like y'all have done before. So this one is 3 times 3. You can do 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. And the last station is Cheerios. So you're not going to eat those.
Okay, rotate your bodies this way so you can see the last station. Rotate your body, Cannon. Thank you.
So this one is a paper, and you need your pencil for this one too. You need a pencil, the serial arrays paper, and the multiplication cards and cereal. So several things. So if you pull this card 3 times 2, you're going to write 3 times 2, get your Cheerios, make 1, 2, 3 rows, 2 columns with these. I don't want to see you eating them, I want to see you building. Capiche?
Kaposh.
So, do you have any questions before we get started? Okay. I will need y'all to tell me, someone to raise their hand and tell me what I expect of you at your stations. June. Tell me what noise level we're at. 2. Aiden, tell me, are we walking or are we running?
Walking.
What do you do if you need help, Madeline?
Raise your hand.
Do you have to not try on these?
Yeah. No.
No. You have to try your best. So, at each station, if you don't know what to do, I left this here for you to read. But if you still have a question, what are you going to do, Mackenzie? raise your hand. Does anyone remember what the definition of an array is? It's on that anchor chart if you forget. It is rows with equal amounts in each. So, I'll tell you what your groups are. Johnny, Victoria, and Liam. You go ahead and go to the Play-Doh station. Grab your pencil and take it to each station because you'll need it for some of them. Group 2 is Parker, Gabriel, Abby, and Julissa. I want y'all to start over here at the cereal. So Julissa, get up, get your pencil, come over here to the cereal.
You sit down and wait.
Group 3 is Aiden, Cannon, Madeline, and Catalina. Go to the do-a-dots, take your pencil. Group 4, JJ, Kristen, Mackenzie, and Soraya. Y'all go back there to the pom-poms. Yes. And Cutter, Ellie, Elijah, and June can go to the connecting cubes. So, class. I'm going to set a timer for 6 minutes. When the timer goes off, clean up your stuff, and we're going to rotate. I need everybody to look at me for a second. So, Madeline, Cannon, Aiden, JJ, Zariah.
Everybody freeze.
We are going to rotate clockwise. So, you are going to go to the connecting cubes. You're going to the baking tray. Baking tray, you're going to the do-a-dots. Do-a-dots, you're going to the Play-Doh. Play-Doh, you're going to the cereal. So we're rotating clockwise.
Is everyone gonna be all
Yes, everybody will be going to each station. So I'm about to start my timer. You may go ahead and start your stations. Everybody's going to write on your paper.
You started off with 3 rows. So now you're gonna write 4 by 3. Yep. 3 rows. Now I have to shake it up. Are y'all working together? What you can do. Okay, this is 2 separate things. You can put the pom-pom in the middle.
So what's the next two?
We have to trace each other.
That is awesome. Okay, so X matters.
One row. Rows come to go back down.
Rows. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's good. 1,
Oh.
2, 3.
I'm gonna put that there.
Clear your pom-poms. Okay, I want Zariah to build. Rose first.
I got it.
I don't know what that is, so you actually already have one palm. Here are your 2 rows. I'm sorry. 3 rows.
That's a flag. That's a flag.
Zariah did this one.
Get a different card.
You need to get a different card, guys. Rows. We're working good together. You have 3. How's it going?
This is
What?
that's one row.
You have 1. Now you have 2. Yeah, how many are on there? There's 2. You're not doing 3 plus 4. We're doing multiplication. Rows.
Michelle, I gotta finish on time.
Okay, clean up your station and switch. So don't take these two. Leave these. Yeah, you can. Parker, you all have to go to the plane. Take that clean desk. Now, you're going to the Lincoln.
Okay, this is perfect.
I moved this station.
Oh,
It was in the corner, but
yes. I was thinking, well, they go to this one. Okay. Victoria, where were you just at? Go here. I'm sorry, she moved it. I didn't pay attention.
that's what
Okay, there's 2 pins. So, Ellie and Elijah, y'all put your pin over here and work together. And Judy Cutter, take turns building.
I ate it.
So, 3 rows. Pick 3 rows by 2 columns. So you can write 2 columns. So here's your 3 rows. 1, 2, 3.
Do you want to go look at this chair?
2 rows.
I swallowed it.
2 rows. 1 row, 2 rows.
Thank you for raising your hand. So,
Doesn't mean to put 2 within a row. You just need 1 row. That's 5 rows.
I need you to
Which part are you going?
We're done. Are y'all What's the next one? Which one did Oh, this is that's 6. I figured it out down to 6. We got to 6.
Okay. That's what it's 3 times 2.
Shaylee figured it out.
Yes. How many columns? Yes, very good. So 3 times 2.
6.
Oops. Okay. The cereal. So Parker, what? Okay, show me in just a second. So Parker, what problem is that? Okay. So you have how many rows right now? How many columns do you have right now? You have 3. So you need a few more.
We're not done. So you're going to clean up. Take your papers to your desk if you have them. Clean up your area. And go clockwise. You need a paper and you need a pencil.
Wait, where did my pencil go? Wait, where did my pencil go?
How many rows? Start building it down here or on the side. We're doing 5 rows. How many rows? We're doing it as a You have it. Okay, 5 rows, 2 columns. So take that. See how this starts. Y'all looking at it? Two rows it is. So our 5 rows 2. But there's 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 lines 5. Kill 5. Yes.
This is a part of a heart. Now this is part of a
You got it. Let's go to a new card.
5 times
6 rows by 2. There's a button.
That's not gold. One times 2. Okay, so we need 1 gold. Did you actually?
So Kristen, JJ. Oh, that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, you're
I'm gonna throw a puppy ball in my I'm actually gonna throw a ball. 5 times a shield, so we do 4 rows. Okay, and there's 1 This equals 6 cupcakes. What are you doing? He does that to me too. My God. 3 times 4. Okay, I guess you have to wait. 3. Now that equals 6. Now that's all. That's all of them. Johnny, stop real. After you get my leg.